So our next session, ladies and gentlemen, meet India's youngest robot whisperer. He's all of 16, just turned 16. Raul John Aju, 16-year-old from Kochi. He's a founder of AI Realm Technologies, where he creates legal bots, automation tools, and even humanoid robots, all like casually. He does it at 16 years of age. Can we get Raul John Aju on the stage, please? And that is his own creation. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I think somebody needs to give him a mic. There, I'll get
There's a 1 minute. Okay, hi. Is that all the energy you guys got? Hello. Hi. Okay, you guys got to do better. I was speaking at India Today Conclave South, and they had much better response from the audience. So you guys got to do better, okay? Okay? Okay?
And so, he was so good at the India Today Conclave South that we had to bring him to India Today Conclave Mumbai. Go ahead, Raju.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. So, this is a robot that I made 4 years back. So, it is not in the best shape, and it is supposed to move on its own and stuff, but courier and stuff. So, do you guys want me to talk to it? So, the peculiarity about this robot is that it's my clone. So, it talks in my voice and stuff. So, I don't want to, let me just show it to you guys. So, hi, can you hear us? Hello, can you hear us?
Shy, maybe today.
I think the sound is less. Hello? I think there's a small problem with the network. Hello? Okay, yeah, blaming it on the Wi-Fi.
There is a network problem here.
Yes.
Or maybe just the robot's feeling a tad bit shy. You want to get onto your presentation first, and then we can circle back?
But I think, hi, can you hear me? It is giving responses, but the sound is not coming. 1 second, I'll just do one thing. This should work. I think the speaker is not working. Okay. Can you hear me? I think there might be a little mix-up there. What can I help you with today? What is your name?
I think he's having a tantrum like any 16-year-old.
Hey there, my name is Raul John Aju. Nice to meet you. Your name is Raul John Aju. Okay, what do you do? My name is Raul John Aju. What do you do? Your name is Raul John Aju, right? Okay, that is my robot, guys. I'll show it to you guys by the end. I think there's a small network delay.
I think there's a network issue.
Wi-Fi,
like I said, because he's a reflection of you, and he's all of 16. He's just having teenager issues.
What are you doing, man? My name, you ruined it. Hey there, it sounds like you might have a typo there. Let me know how I can help. Yeah, okay, bye. Let's continue towards the presentation. We'll meet him by the end. Is that okay?
Right. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to circle back. Does he have a name?
Mebot.
Mebot.
Yeah, I'm not going to call him Raul John Aju. That's my name.
Raul actually developed Mebot when Raul was, how many years old, Raul?
12 years old.
When he was 12 years old. Along with doing what he does is developing robots, Raul is also the founder of AI Realm Technologies. What all do you do, Raul? At the great age of all of 16.
So I'm a founder. I take sessions around the world regarding AI. I'm more into the software side of stuff, like you saw, not that best in hardware, but I started with creating robots, but now I'm a content creator. I've taken session from IIT Madras to the India Conclave, like I think most people might know. But yeah, stuff like that. I've taught around 150,000 plus students around the world in different countries and businesses.
You know, I have to do this, guys, because I looked up his resume. He's 16 years old. He developed this robot at 12. He was into AI when he was all of 4 years old. That is in 2013, when most of us only knew of AI through science fiction, Hollywood films. And today, I want to take you through this. He's the founder of AI Realm Technologies. He is a 3 times TED speaker on AI, future tech, And with all of 16, also life. You're a life coach.
Yeah.
At 16 years of age. He's taught in over 140,000 universities and students, professionals, as places like IIT Madras, Google Tech, and other companies as well. He's held sessions across the UAE, US, UK. He is a twice national award winner in what is the biggest AI competition in India, which is the Buildathon. And it goes on and on and on. And that's all of that packaged in that young boy that you see right there, which I want to ask you, because I was having a chat with him behind the stage. So I said, what does your dad do? How did you get into AI? He turns around, he tells me, my dad works for me. And I'm like, what? At a time when he needs to be giving you, what, pocket money?
Yeah.
You
I'm
have
giving
employed
him
your dad.
pocket
Is
money.
dad in the audience? There.
That
So
is him.
that's dad.
Also my cameraman, so.
All right. So while we're going to come back, I'm amazed.
Yes.
Also, Raul, I'll tell you, the last 2 days, the sessions that I've got, yesterday I had this prodigy who at 20 was playing, he's a pianist, and he was playing, a Chopin from one hand and Mozart from the other. And today, and he was all of 19 years old.
Wow.
And today I have you. I think it's a definitive effort to make me look bad because I keep getting these young prodigies as guests. But come on, Raul, on your presentation, and we'll circle back to Mebot.
Yes, definitely. Please work the necklace. Okay. Okay. So, hi guys. Again. Hi. Hi Mumbai. Okay. Is that all you guys got? Okay, we'll come back to that. I'll make you guys interactive. Anyway. Yeah, okay, bye. Don't have your own mind about it. Yeah. So, in short, yeah, that is my father. Say hi, Appa. Hi. Okay, so this is a robot that I made some time back with trash that I had laying around, right? Things that I was like, why is it laying around? I was very lazy, if I'm being honest. I am kind of. But that time, I wanted to take sessions. I was taking sessions in US and all, but I wanted to take sessions after 12 o'clock in the night, even though I had school the next day, but I was not able to get their questions answered. I was never able to do that. So, what I did is that I created a kind of a clone of me, a game of me that talks in my voice, that explains concepts like me and describes what is AI and stuff like that, just like I do. Because when you Google it, I don't understand anything. Okay, so I need it to be understand like a 5-year-old. So this is why I created a clone for those US kids so they can understand concepts just like how I explain it while I'm sleeping. So I'm still teaching while I'm sleeping. So that is what I put into my robot. Now there is a Jetson Nano and all inside. I can show it later. But in short, that is my robot Mebot. Now, this robot is actually one of the best in another nation, my imagination. But but going from imagination to reality, right? We have been using AI for a very long time. How long? Do you guys know? How long have you guys been using AI? 4 years? Say yes. 3 years? The more louder the answer, the better the answer. 2 years? Yes, okay, more 2 years. How much years has it been since you guys have used keyboard or autocorrect or YouTube? 10 years? It has AI, right? What got popular was Gen AI. Let me explain. So, when there was autocorrect, it predicts what you want to type next. It predicts the next sentence or the next word in a sentence. That is AI, right? I'll explain even how this robot works. All is same. I'll explain how I think, how my robot thinks, all in this PPT. Okay? So, this is how AI brain looks. I know it looks like some chemistry, something very boring. But this is how a human or a AI brain looks like. I know it doesn't make sense at all. People-sided. I'll explain, okay? This is, imagine this. What if I say, what is your name, right? I didn't hear anything else, only name. Why? That is what is most commonly said. That has the probability, the chapter I hate most in my maths, but that has the probability to come the next in a sentence, right? What is your dash is name. It predicts what's coming next. Probability. Now, that is the same thing that AI uses. So I love cats. So the cat, I also like dogs, no partiality, but the cat likes to sleep in the bed, box, zebra, okay. Bed, in short, 0.52 chances of that coming, right? Not on top of a zebra. No one would say that. So it has that prediction. Now, so this is how even just like autocorrect, ChatGPT also responds to your question. It takes in your question, understands that, and just predicts what's coming next. Just understands what's coming next in the sentence. It doesn't even know what it's talking about. It can even say Raul John Aju is the Prime Minister of India, right? It can say a lot of stuff that is wrong. Right? So that is what hallucination and all is. Anyway, that is why even you are not responding. I don't know why you're not responding. I don't like you. Okay. Now, see, pictures are also created in a very similar way in AI. For example, it is again the game of boring math and data. Okay? It just explains kind of, look at this, okay? This is a really, really blurry picture. And it goes to a picture of a cat. What does this mean? Why am I showing pictures of a cat now? It's not an Instagram reel. Okay. In short, imagine I have a blank canvas, okay? And I want to teach AI how to draw cats, like I said, obsessed with them. So I will teach it how to go from a blank canvas to a picture of a cat. I'll do the reverse vice as well. I will teach it how, I'll give it 10 million pictures of cat, and I'll teach it how to go to a picture of a blank canvas. So what happens? So when it goes from a picture of a cat to full noise, it can also learn how to go from noise to a cat. When it hears the word cat. So that is how kind of AI creates pictures as well. So that is how we work, right? From the time we are born, we might see a lot of cats. Do you guys see a lot of cats? Like whatever, chair or anything. Now even seeing this robot, you might, next time I tell you to draw it, you might have a very vague data. But if I show it to you 10 million times, will you ever be able to forget it? No, right? Sorry, I'm showing you that many times. But you will never be able to. You'll be able to redraw it, right? That is kind of how AI works. It just predicts what's happening based on previous data. It just draws it. That's how AI creates pictures as well. Now, including our YouTube, it predicts what we want to watch. That is AI. So we've been using AI not for 4 years, not for 5 years, but for 10 years. Right? Okay, guys? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Can we get big claps for ma'am? I mean, guys, you guys have to respond to my questions as well, because if I can come here and talk, you guys can definitely can. Okay? So, okay. Now, what got recently popular, right? So if someone asks you, how many years has it been since you're using AI? You could actually say, I've been using it for 10 years, you know, not 2 or 3 like you. You could actually say that. But when it comes to generative AI, that is what occurred in the last 3 years. Like generating text, generating pictures, and all the stuff. I already explained it. Why am I talking about it? But still, right? That is generative AI. Being able to generate something new. And that is the AI that everyone says is going to take your job. That is the AI that says that is going to kill us all. That is the AI that says is going to do everything. You know, kind of kill our curiosity, do this, all the bad things about AI goes to our sad generative AI. But here is where I'm going to support it, okay, because I don't want it to kill me first. But imagine this, okay, the big companies in the world like Google, Apple, Microsoft, all those are computer companies, right? Because when see, the same thing I talked about in the other conclave as well, just recapping that. But when first computers came, everyone was like, oh no, it's going to take a job. Typewriter job, this, that, job. Did it actually take those jobs? It did, actually. But in the next 10 years, we actually got a lot of jobs back. That similar thing is going to happen with AI. That's what I believe in. Don't come after 10 years later say, Raul, you told all the jobs will be back. Where is it? Don't do that. But with computers, that is what happened, right? And I was talking about a quote where AI will not replace you, but someone using AI will. For the next 10 years, you will lose a lot of jobs. And after that, you'll get a lot of jobs back. Because when the internet came, everyone was like, it's going to take our jobs. What do we do? But after that, we got a lot of jobs back, right? So very similar to that, that's what I feel is going to happen as well. And the jobs that are, so you'll be like, what do I next for the next 10 years? Do I stay unemployed? Well, no. For example, managers, those kind of jobs, right, which are going to be in very high demand. The job that is able to manage everyone, manage human, manage AI, that is going to be more peculiar. That is going to be more in demand, right? Because AI can't manage people. It's very hard to do that, right? So those jobs like managers and all are going to come next. Now, in the future of AI, how we'll be teaching AI, the future of not humans, but AI, is that, in short, by showing it like humans. For example, my father gives me a lot of chores, guys, help me. But in short, when I kind of wash my clothes, or for example, when I clean my dish, I can actually teach AI how I do it, and I can tell it to replicate that. Very much like that, I can make it do a lot of stuff, right? Imagine you're a barber, you can teach it. Now, this is not imaginary. I can actually show it and make it do stuff. NVIDIA released a glasses, spectacles, where you can teach AI to do stuff by showing it stuff. That is the future, right? Because first everyone is like, AI is going to take AI is going to do jobs, boring jobs like be in factories and all. But what jobs did it do first? It actually took us curiosity. Like, it did all the creative stuff, right? Like create pictures and all. But in reality, pictures like this, like not pictures, it doing real life stuff. That was more special. Now, in a world where a developer of $200 needs to compete and reduce their amount of AI being able to develop that same thing for $20 a subscription, how are you going to compete? That is why I'm talking about all this, of how you should use AI to make it much more simpler. Now, actually, I was hearing the last presentation. Sir was already talking about narrow AI and stuff like that. That's why I went slow in the first half. But I don't want to go over it, the Chinese room argument and stuff like that. So I'm just going to skip over it. But what I want to focus on is nothing, what about the future of AI or anything like that? Or not even the future of him, but in short, the future of AI. Because I talk so much good about AI. But what is the dark side? Is it really going to take a job? Is it really going to kill us all? That is not the real problem. There's a problem that we are facing right now that people should resolve. That is SLMs. Let me explain, okay? Right now, when you ask a question to AI, it is taking 20 times more carbon footprint, or it's taking 20 times more energy than a Google search. It's hurting our planet, right? So isn't it better than just doing a Google search? Why are we asking ChatGPT, right? It's hurting our planet a lot because the servers, the computers are on 24 hours, the energy, the coal is burned, a lot of carbon dioxide. It's not the best, okay? And to solve that, at least even in my company, ARM Technologies, what we do is that we are not trying to build the next ChatGPT. We are trying to build the next Rescue AI or the next ZapGap, because we are trying to focus on deep vertical stuff, right? It's for them, just them. So when you ask a question about medical, it doesn't need to go over AI, blockchain, and it doesn't need to look at law. It can just be about medicine, right? Those are the tools that we need. And for example, in LLMs, one of the ideas that I had, one of my mentors gave me this idea was, there were LLMs, right? Where it's large language models, where you can give it a lot of information. But what if we could have LLMs? Smaller, but made for that specific task, and it answers question way better. That's SLMs. Have you guys heard about it? Chances are less. Have you guys? Okay. Yeah, so because one of my mentors did tell me, and we should try to implement this more. Now, personally, I know the time is up. So I think even whatever I do, wherever I go take a session, even the PPTs, I use AI. But the problem is, I want to talk about the education system, because wherever I go, everyone asks me, where do you learn all this? What do you do? My school actually has helped me, not gonna lie, okay? But I feel our education system as a whole needs to be changed, because it should not teach us to memorize stuff. It should prepare us for the real world, and it should be fun to learn, not just sitting in a class and listening to lectures. Because personally, even my friends and me, most of them, I showed them everywhere, because he has a company of around 1,700 crores, guys. And he's not going to school, and he lives in Mumbai only. And he is 14 years old, right? Pariniti, all of them, they don't go to school. Luckily, I do, just to be with my friends even, right? That's the only reason, to socialize. Because our education system needs to be improved, right? And trust me, there's another section where, did you know more than 8% of suicide cases in India are from academic stuff? because academic pressure. And that really needs to be improved, because I'm a person who self-learn most of the stuff. And that is not supposed to be happening. Our education system should be teaching us these stuff. Right? And I say it everywhere because everyone is shocked. I think first 10 minutes, most people were not answering because most of the people were shocked. Like, who is he coming and teaching? You know, it's so tiny. Because people do tell me that. But it's not because I learned I'm a special prodigy or anything. I'm just another normal kid who learned AI stuff from the internet.
Right.
That's it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys. Hope it was not too boring.
Well, thank you. We wish we had more time, especially with the robot.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Raul. It was a pleasure having you. How many of you went to school to socialize? That's what Raul does. Raul, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It was great to have you. Great to have you.
I
Thank
wish
you.
I could show a
Ladies
demo.
and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for young Raul John Aju.